Hi Libras, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload many videos for Aries and Libra on Mondays. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back, but I definitely feel like this is a message here for someone. It's notable that Aries got both of these cards in the upright, so I'm feeling like a lot of you guys are mirroring a lot of Aries energy right now. And I feel like you're very stressed and disappointed about something, and you're wanting to reach some kind of a new balance, but that's definitely a message for someone out there that needs that. But like I was saying, I upload many videos for Aries and Libra on Mondays, and the deck that I'm using today is called the Robin Wood Tarot. Also, as always, if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, the information is in the description box. And just as a heads up, the cards like to flip around in the deck sometimes, like this one. I usually don't take them unless they jump out like this one did. But the goal is to get you guys about 8 cards and then get started with your overall energy. That's very interesting. The Judgment card came out again in the upright. I'm gonna go ahead and take these 2 cards as well. But that's very interesting. Okay, so definitely, for a lot of you guys, I'm getting that there's 2 kinds of camps right now. You have the Judgment for those of you who sort of have this Judgment in reverse energy, and then those of you who have this Judgment in the upright energy. And I feel like it's very different depending on who you are and what situation you're in. And I feel like in that earlier situation, there's definitely something here that's leading you into not feeling like you have what's rightfully your energy, if that makes sense. Just because with the Judgment here, I feel like it's connected to that sort of disappointment, stressed out energy from earlier, and also this Page of Pentacles energy, right? And the Page of Pentacles energy talks about a message coming forth of stability. And usually when I think of stability, I'll think of sort of something that's longevity, that has the longevity, or has the possibility for any kind of financial sort of advancement or material stability, you know, in that sense. So I'm definitely getting that for some of you, especially with this Lovers card. There's this wand for a relationship that's not really taking place. But with all that being said, you have as your overall energy the World card. Also, I'm a little bit scatterbrained right now in this particular reading. And I think that has to do with this 4 of Swords here. I've been sort of like adjusting the cards as I go, and usually I don't do that a whole lot. But I really feel like you guys are fixated over things, and it's like you're stressed out, and like I'm getting it for some of you, you might like stress clean almost to like relax. So I'm getting like the image of somebody polishing like the china or the forks or whatever. Also, I looked at my clock and my timer on the video, and it's 4:44. So there's powerful synchronicities. I think there's a lot of energy that's going on, and it feels you feel very scatterbrained and very overstimulated, I think, to some degree. But do know that if that energy makes you uncomfortable and you're not really happy with it, it's coming to an end here with the World card. And definitely if you're trying to sort of get as much done as you possibly can, now is a good time to take advantage of all of this kind of like nervous energy that you have. So like I said, do put it to productive use, especially since I think you can. And I'm looking at, like, you have 2 pages and then you have the Knight, so I'm getting some kind of progression. Maybe not quite as fast as you would like, because you have like the 20 going into 21, and then you have the Page of Pentacles into the Knight of Pentacles, so I'm definitely getting that there's some kind of progression. But do keep in mind that the Page and the Knight are the the Page and the Knight of the Pentacles are the slowest moving of their kind, right? Because the Pentacles, also I looked at the clock again and it was 555. But like I was saying, they're the slowest moving. So I think that you guys are in for a little bit of a longer game right now. Like I was saying with your World card, you're coming into a powerful ending. And I feel like what's coming next is some kind of a new beginning with stability. So I'm definitely seeing achievement in your work life and also achievement in your romantic life. And I feel like a lot of this comes as a result of of your sort of efforts in the past. I feel like in the past you guys have been very keen to work on a situation. And it almost feels very unfair that things didn't work out, especially with this Lovers in reverse. I feel like the fact that this Lovers energy is in reverse almost tells me that like you had kind of a situation going and maybe it was a false start. Maybe it was something that didn't really work out, but it felt very unfair to you. Like maybe this person cheated on you. Maybe you were asking for commitment and this person kind of led you on, something like that. But I'm definitely getting that there was like something that would have been good for you, but you feel sort of almost cheated out of it. Right? And it might be like very twin flame-esque or very soulmate heavy-esque, because I'm looking at like the symbolism of this card and like the man is holding the sun and the woman is holding the moon, so it feels like it's very like give and take and very much divine counterparty, right? And that's kind of what the Lovers represents like in a nutshell. And I feel like whatever wrong has happened in the past, it wants to be rectified, especially with this Page of Swords. The Page is faster than the Knight, but the Page is also flightier than the Knight, right? So basically, according to my interpretations, I like to like sort of quantify the Page and the Knight in like a weird way, and to me, like maybe the Page is like 40% likely to come forth with the message, whereas the Knight is like at least 60%. You know what I mean? So it's like the message wants to come, but it's in its inception period. It's not quite there yet, but it's coming. Eventually, maybe, right? That kind of an energy. But like I'm looking at a little bit ahead here with the Knight of Pentacles and also the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords to me feels very powerful. The Ace of Swords is new beginning and clarity. So I feel like somebody wants to come back here and sort of apologize, I feel. But it's very interesting that the Page of Cups isn't here, or the Knight of Cups, because the Page of Cups to me talks about an emotional message, which sometimes can be like a proposal of love or an apology. But the fact that there's the Page of Pentacles here leads me to believe that this person wants something stable, right? I feel like they don't want to come in a way that's very overly emotional. They want to come forth and they want to make it physical. So they want to sort of like show you with their actions, like, look, these are my intentions and I want to work on this, and I know that it's not gonna take just a simple I'm sorry and then everything's better, but like I feel like they really want to play the long game. And I feel like you to some extent know that with this with this High Priestess. The High Priestess is very powerfully intuitive, right? And I feel like you guys are really powerfully in your intuition right now, are very powerful in your intuition right now. And I feel like to some degree or another, your intuition is saying to stop and take a rest, right? The Four of Swords here talks about resting. And I feel like you need to sort of draw back a little bit energetically. Like, don't be so willing to like meet this person halfway. And I know that's a little bit difficult for you as a Libra, because the balance is always there, and it's always a priority, and it's always like the relationship is 50-50. But I feel like now is a good time to rest. I feel like there's things in your life that require your attention right now, and there's sort of final preparations that you need to make before this person is ready to come back into your life, right? It's sort of like how somebody will call you up and then be like, hey, I'm in your neighborhood, I'm gonna come visit in like an hour. And then you sort of scramble to get the house ready, that kind of an energy, right? I feel like right now you're sort of tying up the last little loose ends, you know, straightening up the house or whatever, the metaphorical house, in order for this person to come. And I feel like there's definitely this sense of progression going this way to this way, because you have the Knight of Pentacles here sort of as like an ending here to this Page of Pentacles. And you have this Judgment, which is leading into this sort of Ace of Swords energy. And the Ace of Swords, like I said earlier, is a new beginning and clarity. So things are going to be much more clear, and things are going to be much more honest and concise and succinct. And I feel like that's kind of what you wanted in the first place, because you have this wand, or this World card here, that I don't think really got achieved last time. And that's why you're sort of, like last time, I definitely feel like this is somebody who was wanting to come back. And with this World card, you're finally ending that cycle. I feel like maybe you talked to this person in the middle of your cycle, and that's why things couldn't quite exactly like take off. But now that you're beginning to create a new cycle, things are going to be much more different. But that was your reading first time around, Libra. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or a comment, because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Libra videos on Monday. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for next reading.